guys, it's Jonah here, back with a beer review, and we're off to Europe. We're off to Estonia, in fact, to a place called Sori Brewing, which I think is are they in Tallinn? Yeah, they are in Tallinn, which is the capital of Estonia. And this is a rye beer called Hypothermia. Nordic Rye, so it's got some rye in, and it's got quite a wintry kind of theme, and it's still a little bit chilly. It's not too bad here at the moment, but a little bit chilly. And if I turned it the right way, whoops. Sori Brewing, a talented team of creators in Tallinn, brewing in an old Soviet military building. Well, that's ironic at the moment. Where the ambience feels as abnormal as the beer. Daring artisans treasuring quality while playing on the impossible and constantly pushing boundaries. Serious beer for not so serious people. We're sorry, not sorry. That's a thing, apparently. In the north, the cold can be your enemy. When hypothermia gets you, that's about it. Let's get to know our enemy better, glass by glass. Amber-coloured rye ale, superbly drinkable, drinkability balance. Let Sori guide you through the winter. Well, the winter is almost gone, thank God. But yeah, this beer is quite interesting. So, from what I've read, because there was a hop that was attached to this that I didn't actually know what it was, called Munro hops. There's some Northern Brewer in there too. But Munro, I was like, Munro? That's weird. And it might be connection to the Scottish Highlands and the Munros, but I very much doubt it. It's probably an explorer or something like that called Munro. But it gives kind of fruity characteristics, red fruit, red berries, and weirdly enough, strawberry, which is very bizarre. Also, this beer contains some Marisotto malt, got a bit of crystal in there, some other bits and bobs, and of course the rye as well. But yeah, I quite like the bottle. The cap is just a black cap. Now, I'm hoping, because I turned this upside down, it's not going to really explode in my face, which it hasn't, which is always good. Unless you like things exploding in your face, you never know. Some people do. It's a strange world out there. And this bottle, unfortunately, is only a 33. And I like pint glasses. So it's an unfull. Get the boot in there as well. So there we go. It's definitely an amber kind of colour. Hardly any head. We'll call that one fingernail's worth of head because it's fast disappearing. It's a very red hue, although it's quite clear. You can kind of see through there quite nicely. There's a lot of kind of toffee sort of stuff. Toffee maltiness, bit of bread kind of thing. The rye spiciness, perhaps. Almost like a really old kind of winter warmer, traditional British style. That kind of thing. I did not mention the alcohol. I think this one is 4.5. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's 4.5. So it's not superbly alcoholic. Makes a change, but because of some of the beers I've had lately, I'm trying to downplay things a little bit. Cheers and beers, guys. Let's dive in. Oh yeah, that sweetness, and then that rye, then a bit more caramel. It's quite dry and astringent, which is basically kind of, I guess, from the rye. The fruitiness kind of not there so much. this is mainly about the malts, I'd say, which is a real shame because I wanted to try and get that red fruit kind of going on. Maybe it's there right in the background. Maybe they're calling this hypothermia not only because they're in Estonia, but because it's a kind of winter warmer style, but without the alcohol, which I think is a bit strange. Yeah, sweetness, maltiness, stringency, more sweetness. It's like sort of caramelly sweetness, and then the astringency backs the sweetness off. So although it's sweet in the palate, it's not really, really super sweet. And then there is the hint of kind of, well, no, I'd say this is more coming from the Northern Brewer, which is that piney kind of earthy kind of thing. Not really dank in the way that, you know, Citra or something like that is, but it's definitely an old school style, a bitter, an English kind of bitter style, which is interesting for a rye. I mean, they dabble. They put a little bit of rye in, and you can get some rye beers that are really old and traditional and that kind of thing. I was really hoping that that Munro hop would have come through a bit more. You can kind of, if the Northern Brewer is giving that sort of earthy kind of sort of hedgerow thing, perhaps somewhere deep in those hedgerows are wild berries and wild strawberries. But yeah, on my slightly limited palate, I'm not picking them out. But yeah, I'm glad to have this beer. Estonian beers, wow, getting all around the world now. And learning about kind of history and geography and all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't have said Estonia is really in Europe, but it probably is these days. Um, but it's yeah, an ex kind of Soviet state that when things didn't go so well and Russia kind of went back into itself, Estonia became kind of free again. It's only tiny as well, Estonia. Anyhow, I would say this is quite a good beer. I wouldn't go searching for it unless maybe if you're on a holiday in Estonia, perhaps it's a good one to try. Um, yeah, and if someone is saying, "Oh, I can get you them. I'll send them over to you if you pay the postage and kind of stuff." Wow, carbonation. I don't know if I'd pay the postage on this bad boy. Not that I'm tight-fisted, but it's nice. But I can get very similar beers to this from my own country as well. But yeah, thanks, Sorry. Nice to try one of your beers. And yeah, you guys, come back. Make sure you click like and subscribe down below, and you'll never miss out on my inane rantings about beer and all things. Um, yeah, pretty crazy. Anyway, guys, this has been Uncle Jonah. Have a beer on me, and we'll see you back real soon for more beer reviews.